I'm sure you've heard that some of the states have been looking at ending the observation of biannual time change. Let's take a quick look at what's been going on in Florida and why I don't think their adoption of permanent daylight saving time will actually come to fruition.
Let's begin now.
All states in the United States except for Arizona and Hawaii follow the biannual time change. Arizona and Hawaii are both on permanent standard time. That looked like it was going to change for Florida when the state Senate passed the Sunshine Protection Act on March 6, 2018, 33-2. Governor Rick Scott signed the bill on March 23, 2018. Isn't that great? Now Florida is on permanent daylight saving time and doesn't have to follow biannual time change. Well, not quite. It's a little more complicated than that because the biannual time changes are regulated by federal law. They need Congress to make changes to the Uniform Time Act. And, well, Congress has its own mind of how it wants things to go. Floridian Senator Marco Rubio did introduce the bill to Congress, but he also took it upon himself to introduce another entire bill that would force all states to observe permanent daylight saving time. Congress has shown that despite the fact that Florida very much wants this change, it is in no rush to enact those changes. Perhaps this is because of the added bill that was introduced, which brought opponents like Senator Bill Nelson to permanent daylight saving time. The most credible argument they have is citing issues with safety for children waiting for buses in the morning because of the sun rising later in the day during daylight saving time. Senator Nelson's other concerns with permanent daylight saving time paints a picture of mass confusion and hysteria because, in his opinion, it would mean that it would be difficult to figure out flight schedules and broadcasting primetime television programs. Oh, and the most incredulous argument that he has is that Floridians wouldn't get to see the New Year's ball drop until 1 a.m. Yeah, because that's a real life or death issue. Anyways, aside from the issue with safety, the rest of the issues are not difficult issues to resolve or quite frivolous. Take a look at the cable issue. Cable has slowly been dying with the advent of streaming services such as Netflix, and Disney will also be adding a couple of nails into the coffin next year. Also, many people who do have cable utilize devices like PVRs, allowing them to watch these programs at any time they like. As for the issue with booking flights and airlines having issues, I believe the United States has five time zones. So I fail to understand how airlines would have any difficulty since they're used to, well, more than 5 time zones. The question that I pose to Senator Nelson and other opponents is this. Are you really willing to not enforce the will of the people in Florida because of cable networks? Is it better to continue on with the biannual time change or the status quo that has negative health, mental health, economic, and energy implications in favor of making a change that would benefit everyone? After all, changes can be made and businesses will adapt to having one permanent time change. If we take a look at other states like Texas, they have tried to get rid of the biannual time change, but those bills have never come to fruition. I'm not saying that permanent daylight saving time has more benefits or less benefits than permanent standard time. All I'm saying is that it's better than the status quo. Let's remember the real important thing. Keeping a biannual time change has far greater negative impacts than choosing permanent daylight saving time or standard time. Be sure to check out our other videos and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little bell to make sure you are being notified of new content that we put up.